Hey guys, so this is Zara Harley, of course. I know you guys don't see much of me anymore. Well, I mean, if you watch Trans Youth 2, you see me there, but not on my own channel. I rarely do videos on my own channel anymore, and that's not because of, that's not like me not wanting to do YouTube. It's well, partially because I'm super busy these days, but also because I really don't know what to talk about on my channel anymore. I've covered any topic I could think of. But I don't want to stop doing the videos because I like doing YouTube videos. I like being there to help my fellow trans community. And yeah, so yeah, like, you guys can suggest topics too, you know. So, you know, if you have anything you'd like me to discuss, then send me a message or something. But I'll try and think of more stuff, and I'll try and get back on YouTube more. Yeah. Okay, so this video, because I did think about something that I need to discuss, I realized that a lot of my fans are trans men, and that most of my videos are geared more towards trans women. So, well, a lot of them are for trans people in general also, so that would be more helpful to them, but I don't really have any videos that are specifically for trans men to help them out, like trans men starting their transition and so on. So what this video is going to be about is I'm going to explain the female to male transgender SRS. I've been researching it for like most of the day, so yeah. Okay, so for starters, you have your top surgery. So your bilateral mastectomy. These. Get rid of these, because, well, if you're a guy, you don't want them. I want them, but guys don't want them. And that'll range you from about $4,000 to about $10,000. Also called top surgery. Trans men with moderate to large breasts would get something called a formal bilateral mastectomy or a double incision. Yeah, double incision. And that's with grafting and reconstruction of the nipple. So this is when you'll see, because you'll see on a lot of trans men how they have those scars here. And that would be the result of a double incision. It'll also allow for easier resizing and shaping of the nipples. And some doctors will do this, not all. Contents of breasts removed through the incision in areola. Then they let the skin retract for about a year. And then what they'll do is they'll have a second surgery to remove the excess skin. So I'll explain another possible surgery in a second, but this one is similar to the second possible surgery. This will result in less scarring and no graft required. So if you don't have to remove or graft anything, then hang on. Okay, so if you are removing or grafting anything, then you'll possibly lose sensation, which could take a few months to recover, but could also never recover. That's rare, but it's possible. Okay, so another possible surgery is the keyhole method, which is for trans men with smaller breasts. It's performed with an incision through the areola. Less scars, less denervation. So they're basically the same thing, except what they'll do. So basically what some doctors will do with the double mastectomy instead, they'll basically take out a lot of the breast, so it becomes a smaller breast, I guess, and then they can use the keyhole method from there. So yeah. Where was I gonna go? Okay. Hysterectomy and bilateral salpingo-oophorectomy. Yep, that's what it's called. That's where you'll remove your uterus, your ovaries, your fallopian tube, all that fun stuff. Partial hysterectomy is when the cervix is left intact, and a total hysterectomy is when the cervix is removed. Well, the hysterectomy is when the uterus is removed, and the BSO is when the ovaries and fallopian tubes are removed. Yeah. I couldn't really find any prices on that. I don't, like, for the hysterectomy itself, I think it can range from, I don't know, $2,000 to like $5,000. Like, that's slightly cheaper, I suppose. But yeah, for all of it, I wasn't sure. And, you know, if you're a trans man and you know more about this than I do, because I honestly don't know much about this stuff, and I am not going to be experiencing any of this. So if you're a trans man and you know about all this stuff, correct me if I'm wrong, or add some information that I missed. Because this is to be helpful for trans men starting their transition, looking for information on all this stuff. Okay, so now you got your phalloplasty, or your bottom surgery, where you get your penis. That'll range from about $50,000 to $150,000, so that's fucking expensive. Yeah, unfortunately, but, you know, that's what it costs. So that's basically constructing a penis from donor skin, which you can get from various parts of your body. Abdomen, groin, /leg, forearm, or upper torso. And that'll depend on the kind of surgery you want. There are quite a few kinds of phalloplasty. Some of them are outdated, so they don't do it anymore. But I'm only going to give information on the most recent ones. If you want to read up on the outdated ones, go ahead, but I don't think they're really necessary. Usually involves urethral lengthening, so obviously, so you can pee through your fancy new penis. And typically erections are achieved through either a, what do they call them? Yeah, a flexible rod or a pump device. Yeah, so this is for the most recent form of phalloplasty. These two are basically the same thing. It just, really the only difference is where they get the skin from. So they could get your skin from here, from your arm, but more recently they've been doing it from, I believe, around this area, around your armpit. Because the area here, I suppose, is more sensitive. Well, it's called the MLD flap. Side of upper torso, under the arm. And the area taken from here would be larger than the area taken from the arm. So then, if you felt like it, you could have a bigger dick, basically. It's considered to be, of all the forms of phalloplasty that have been done, it's considered to be the most realistic looking and also the most sensitive. So, you know, the one you get the most feeling from. Due to the nerves and blood vessels that can be harvested from that skin also. Pre-surgical massage could help so that the skin would have more elasticity, and then that would help fix the skin graft. So, like, where they take the skin from, I'm not sure if this is the exact area, but it's somewhere around here. so that they would take the skin from there, and then that would help them kind of fix that area, pull it together. So the main surgery is 3 stages, and between the stages there's a 3 to 6 month healing period. The first stage is where they take the donor skin and shape it into a new penis, and they graft it into place. The nerves and blood vessels are connected microsurgically, so like super tiny surgery with, they got little people this big doing the surgery on you. That's how they do it. I've seen it. And the foundation of a new urethra is started from skin from the mouth and cheeks, so here, and then that is where the foundation of your new urethra is coming from. That's surgery 1, and then you have your 3 to 6 month healing period, and then the second surgery is finishing the urethra, and connecting it to the existing urethra, and then you have another 3 to 6 month waiting period. And the third stage is implanting the flexible rod or pump device so that you can get a boner. So then you can have sexual intercourse with your brand new penis after the 3 to 6 month healing period. And because the donor skin may be hairy, the surgeon may want you to have electrolysis first, and you know, it might just be better for you in general unless you want a hairy dick. Then you have your scrotoplasty to make your scrotum and balls. Usually achieved by hollowing out the labia majora and inserting, what do they call them? Solid silicone implants, so basically a prosthetic testicles. And then they finish that off by joining the labia and creating a scrotal sac. But they can also create the scrotal sac by a skin graft from either the abdominal area or the thigh. So, yeah. And I think that's about it. I think I covered most of it. Again, if you're a trans man and you know a lot more about this than I do, you can fill in any blanks I missed, because I feel I probably did miss a lot. This is not something I really am very educated about. I know a lot more about trans women than trans men, obviously. So yeah. So, hopefully this helps you guys, though. I'm here to help you guys. So, yeah, this is Zara Harley for my channel. And comment, subscribe. Love you guys.